just came down to Windy City, but we just got the dub, man. Fly Eagles fly, man. On to the next, man.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but the Philadelphia Eagles were able to get the win over the Chicago Bears in Week 15 by a score of 25-20 and advance to an NFL best 13-1. And this is the best start in Philadelphia Eagles franchise history. And I think coming into this game, a lot of people really expected the Eagles to just destroy the Chicago Bears, as the Eagles are clearly far and away the better team than the Bears, but that's not always how things go in the NFL. Sometimes, especially this season, things have been unpredictable, and a win is never a given in the NFL, and sometimes things just don't play out exactly the way you would expect. And the Philadelphia Eagles really were dealing with a lot heading into this game. There was obviously a lot of distractions through the course of the week with the Micah Parsons and Chris Sims comments, and just the Philadelphia Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys matchup coming up next week. And with the Chicago Bears being on a 6-game losing streak heading into this game, it just really seemed like it would be an easy game for the Philadelphia Eagles to overlook. And while I don't think the Eagles really did that, they definitely came out and started a lot slower than I think a lot of people would have expected. And instead of putting the Bears away early, they allowed them to stay in this game. And the Bears really came out and they did an excellent job in the beginning parts of this game. They tried to do exactly what the Washington Commanders did to the Philadelphia Eagles in order to beat them earlier this season, which is create turnovers and control the time of possession. And the Chicago Bears were really able to do this in the first half especially. Jalen Hurts in particular did come out and struggle in the early parts of this game, and he made a couple of pretty uncharacteristic decisions and just had 2 bad interceptions early in that first half, and those were 2 of the Philadelphia Eagles' 3 turnovers in this game. And that's something the Philadelphia Eagles usually don't do. They usually don't turn the football over, and when they are turning the football over, it gives other teams a better chance to win the game. And the Chicago Bears were able to capitalize with points off of some of those turnovers as well, which made it difficult for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Justin Fields was also having his way early on in this game, getting yards and being able to create plays with his legs early on in the game versus the Eagles. It was just an all-around slow start for Philadelphia in a game that looked like it should have been a blowout from the start. But even with the Chicago Bears doing everything they possibly can and things going right for them in the early parts of this game, the Eagles are just too good to go out without a fight. I think part of what makes this year's Philadelphia Eagles team so special is their winning culture and the chemistry they have with one another. They just absolutely love playing for each other. They play for one another. They definitely do not want to let each other down. Nick Sirianni has just done a great job of getting these guys all to buy into their roles and buy into the system and buy into the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And if you look specifically at this game, one of the messages that Nick Sirianni preaches in that Philadelphia Eagles locker room is dog mentality, which is basically just the mindset of staying in the moment and focusing on the task at hand. And I think that that really applies to how this game went for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they really remained unfazed despite their early struggles. Jalen Hurts, despite throwing 2 early interceptions, overcame his slow start. He threw for 315 yards with some incredible throws to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith in there, 61 rushing yards, and he also had 3 rushing touchdowns. He was absolutely incredible in this game after those first 2 interceptions. And like I previously mentioned, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith were also huge playmakers for the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. A.J. Brown had 9 catches for 181 yards and some huge catches in there at crucial times in the game, and Devonta Smith also made big plays as well with 5 catches for 126 yards. And both of them had crucial roles in the Philadelphia Eagles offense, overcoming their early struggles to be able to put up points and ultimately win this game versus the Chicago Bears. And the defense also came up big. They had a slow start where Justin Fields was kind of having his way early and they weren't really generating too much pressure on him, but they were able to overcome that, and they ended up ultimately getting 6 sacks in this game. 2 would go to Haason, Reddick, 2 go to Josh Sweat, and 2 go to Javon Hargrave. This Philadelphia Eagles pass rush has been absolutely incredible this year, and those 3 players have just been so good, and it continued on into this game as they made big plays for the Philadelphia Eagles defense in key moments. The Philadelphia Eagles just really showed their ability to win ugly, and they showed a lot of mental toughness to be able to go out there, not have things go their way early, but really just come back, stay in the moment, and ultimately be able to find a way to win the game. Like I previously mentioned, no win in the NFL is a guarantee. We had some weird games going on in the NFL today. One game would be the Dallas Cowboys versus Jacksonville Jaguars, where the Jaguars were able to come back, force the game to go into overtime, and then ultimately end up winning off a weird pick 6 in the overtime period. So that's awesome for the Philadelphia Eagles as well. And then Houston was able to force an overtime game versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So ultimately, again, no win in the NFL is a given, and I think that's what makes this Philadelphia Eagles win over the Chicago Bears partially impressive, is because things didn't go their way early, but they still were able to find a way to win. And the Philadelphia Eagles, with the win, are now at their best start in franchise history at 13-1, and it sets up a matchup versus the Dallas Cowboys on Christmas Eve, where they can not only clinch the division, but also clinch the #1 seed, and that matchup is going to be extremely fun to watch. Go check out this video right now for other Philadelphia Eagles content, and subscribe to the channel for more Eagles videos and NFL, NBA content, and drop a like on the video to help push it out to other people. And with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this video, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.